What's up guys, this is Ryan from Tower Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a video stating my first impressions of the iPhone 5C, which I have right here, the white edition 16GB. So I'm just going to be going over my initial opinions on the device. I just want to start this video off by stating that I have used an iPhone 5 for the past year, and so I should be pretty well versed in the subject of the iPhone 5C, considering it's largely the same device. It still has the same dual-core A6 processor, 1GB of RAM, 8 megapixel rear-facing camera, 1.2 megapixel front-facing camera. Pretty much all the specs are identical, besides the fact that the design is different. It now comes in 5 different colors. I have the white version. There's also a blue, pink, green, and yellow. All have the same black front panel and plastic back. So that's basically what I'm going to be talking about mostly. I mean, I'm going to say that the performance is just as good as the iPhone 5 if you ever use that. It's very smooth. I did get a little bit of a chance to use iOS 7 on the iPhone 5, and it was a very smooth experience. The same thing transfers over onto the 5C. So really, performance is not an issue. It runs games very well. Very rarely is there a stutter, maybe in certain areas, but that's probably because iOS 7 isn't completely polished yet. They're still going to throw out some updates, I'm sure. So let's talk about the plastic design a little bit. At first I was like, wow, this feels really solid. It doesn't even feel like plastic. It's almost like, I've heard people say it's like porcelain, and it definitely feels like that. It's so solid. It's one piece. You can't even, like, it doesn't creak at all. It's one of the best feeling built phones, in my opinion, out of all the phones I've held. It's just very smooth. It's sort of curved edges, so it's easy on the hand. Now, one issue with that is that if your hands ever get greasy or sweaty or anything, it does get very slippery. Pretty much everyone that I've let hold the phone since I got it has said that, and obviously that can be solved by just using a case, but if you're planning on going caseless, you're probably going to have to constantly be rubbing it on your shorts just so that, or your pants or whatever, just so that it wipes the grease away and isn't as prone to slipping out of your hands, because that is definitely a possibility with this phone. If we look around the device, we've got the same home button on the front. It's very tactile, nice feeling. The top button is as well. They're all plastic. All the buttons are plastic, but they feel very solid, very durable. And overall, it's just a really nice looking device. It looks very stylish, as you can see. It's kind of like the classic iPhone look. You got the lightning down at the bottom. It's basically a clone to the iPhone 5. But another thing, one other negative I noticed while using it, without a case especially, if I'm like watching a YouTube video or maybe listening to some music or something, I found myself covering the speaker very easily, and it completely silences the audio. So that's one thing to keep in mind. You should definitely try to get a case or something that can raise that up, so you're not going to completely drown out all the sound. The new front-facing camera, they upgraded a little bit. It definitely looks a lot cleaner. Definitely a nicer picture than on the iPhone 5, but really not that much different. It's the same specs, 1.2 megapixel, 720p recording, but it looks very nice. And overall, guys, I definitely recommend the iPhone 5C. It's a great deal, $99 for basically an iPhone 5 in more colors. So all in all, my first impressions on the iPhone 5C are very solid so far. I'm going to use it for a few more days before I do the review of it, but so far things are looking pretty good. And that's about it for this video, guys. Definitely leave a comment below about what you guys think about the iPhone 5C, and thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.